Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back again, doing another one of these tier lists because we've been doing so many of these recently. It's all that seems to be actually bringing in the views right now. So I guess we're just a tier list channel, right? Today we're going to be doing, as you can see on here, we're going to be doing starter Pokemon's their final evolutions, basically. We did first stages back in when was it? I don't know, it's a couple of months back now. But we've got the final stages today. The only thing is, this only goes up to Gen 7. So I'm going to tell you where the other ones for Gen 8 and 9 are, and we'll go from there. Obviously, it also doesn't include Legends Arceus starters too, which does change things up a little bit. So I'll place their respective Pokemon where I think based on both forms of them. We're going to take into account Megas and other forms and whatnot as well. Let's get right into it. We're going to start today with Venusaur. Now, Venusaur does have a Mega form. It also has a Gigantamax form, as do all of the Kanto starters. Straight off the bat, I think that we could change this. I think Venusaur is very underrated. It's loved in competitive for many reasons, its ability being one of them. But yeah, I think we're going to throw this into a solid A tier. I think Venusaur really is. I think all the Kanto starters, honestly, are pretty good. But Venusaur is it's so solid. That speed it gets as well, insane. This isn't going to be all based on competitive though, and that is why I'm gonna throw Blastoise. Look, personal preference. I'm gonna throw Blastoise up in S tier. You know I've got to put my boy up there. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon of all time, and always will be. So, gotta treat him right, so we're gonna throw him up there. Charizard does have 2 Mega forms, and I believe, other than Mewtwo, it is the only Pokemon to get 2 Megas. I could be misremembering that. It's the only starter to get 2 Megas. It's the only, it's one of 2 Pokemon to only get 2 Megas in total. We can throw him A tier as well. Oh boy, it's gonna be really hard for Pokemon to get into S tier for me, right? Let's keep moving though. Let's keep moving. Next up, we do have the Johto starter Pokemon here. Now, straight off the bat, I'm kind of gonna, especially with the new form it gained in Legends Arceus, we have to throw Typhlosion up here. Typhlosion was always one of my favorites, but as we got more and more starter Pokemon, the fact that it was a pure fire just didn't sit well with me for ages. Is it the only pure fire starter? We have, yeah, fire flying, fire fighting, dark, psychic. No, we have Scorbunny now as well. We do have Scorbunny now as well, which I did totally forget about. That's right, I'm gonna quickly just, there we go. That's kind of insane though, it took that long for us to get another pure fire. That's crazy. Typhlosion, definitely S tier though. Meganium, I think it's fair that we put it in C tier. It's not that great. It really isn't that great. Not much else to say about that. Feraligatr is really cool, but as a Pokemon is not that great, so I'm going to throw it in B tier. It's cooler than Meganium, definitely, but it's still not that great of a Pokemon. Sceptile, however. Oh, this is tough for me, actually. I really like the Hoenn starters. And I like all three of them. I may have to chuck all three of these guys in A tier. No, Blaziken definitely has to go S tier. But these two... God, it's harder for me to put Pokemon in, like, shit. I like a lot of the starters, I'm not gonna lie. There is very few starter Pokemon that I genuinely despise. There's very few starter Pokemon I genuinely despise. But... Wait, did I? I organized these wrong. Hold on. Let's just not pay attention to that. There we go. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. Sceptile and... Yeah, it's such a weird spot, right? Because Blaziken, it's cool as fuck. It got its Mega earlier than the others as well. That's also something to bear in mind. But we only saw Kanto and Hoenn Megas, didn't we? That's crazy to think about. They need to bring Megas back, man. We need more Mega Pokemon. Or at least bring back older Mega Pokemon. See how it balances up in the meta. Make it so Megas can't terrestrialize, shit like that. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. As for this though, I think that's fair. I'm gonna put Torterra in B. Whoa, my mouse is not working. I'm gonna put Torterra in B. I don't really have anything to base it off of. Meganium sneaking up there. I was wondering why Meganium ended up... I was like, it seems a bit empty down here. We're gonna put Torterra in B. I feel like that's kind of fair. I do like Torterra when I play through Diamond and Pearl. Or Platinum, obviously. I honestly think Torterra is probably my favorite out of them. But I will also throw Infernape in B tier. He's definitely the less cooler version of the firefighting type out of these two. We'll get onto Emboar in a moment. But yeah, it's yeah, he's definitely just gonna be chilling down here. As for Empoleon, look, C tier, I don't think he's as cool as Feraligatr. I just don't. I definitely think he's cooler than Meganium for sure. We're basing this on how cool they are. This is not how this is meant to be structured at all. If you've seen any of my other videos on the starter Pokemon, you could probably try and predict where some of these are going to place. However, there are other Pokemon that I do prefer more than their base form. Ugh. This guy being one of them. Love Popplio. Fucking love Popplio. This thing needs to just die in a hole, though. But let's have a look. So we've got Servine up next. Superior, even. Bro, Superior is one of those ones, I'm going to throw it straight into B tier. I think that's kind of solid. It's probably my favorite out of the Unova Pokemon. Everyone started with Emboar, right? Everyone started with Emboar. They played on a Japanese an English patch of a Japanese ROM. Guarantee it. And that's how most people played if you're in this sort of community online. That then gave you a 5-letter nickname cap because it goes on Japanese characters. Everyone called this guy Bacon. I guarantee everyone got their Emboar, Tepig at the time. They called it Bacon. 100%. That was also when the patch also had Flame Charge. But Flame Charge wasn't called that yet because the English one hadn't obviously been released. It was just a patch. That thing was called Nitro Charge. That thing sounded cool as fuck. Nitro Charge boosts your speed. Makes this guy fast as fuck. But he's gonna be the cooler end of C tier for me. He's kind of over time just like dropped off a bit for me. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe I'll learn to love him again. Ugh. Note to self, don't try and do a video listening to a bunch of Leon Chang. Great music, but fuck. It gets me feeling just real chill. And I'm recording this at almost midnight, so you know how it is. Samurott, B tier, easy B tier. Samurott, and it's weird, because Embor was my favorite from Unova. But these two just sort of shot above him. Superior a bit further ahead. But yeah, Samurott, especially with the new form, yeah, dude deserves to be up there. For sure. Next up we have Chestnut. This is weird. Okay. I'm gonna say this now, and it is no bearing on the Pokemon themselves, because I actually do think they have decent designs. But Chestnut, I'm gonna have to throw in D tier. I haven't used it enough to really know if I like it or not, I guess. I was never like drawn to its design. I was never interested in using one. I started with Delphox, and it's weirdly, Delphox is actually my least favorite from that region now. Like, it's so strange. I made a video like not long ago saying how overrated Greninja is, and trust me, he is very overrated. But I'm starting to think he might actually just be the coolest Kalos Pokemon around now, so I may have to bump him up to a C tier. Even that just kind of feels like people are gonna just roast the fuck out of that decision. But trust me, I do like Greninja. But I think it's just because it's one of those Pokemon that was just pushed down people's throats so much. It just left a real bad taste in my mouth. So I disliked him for that long, and I'm only just starting to now go, I do quite like Greninja. It's kind of cool. So I'm warming up to it. Trust me, if I made this video 6 months ago, I'd probably make another tier underneath this saying how shit Greninja is. I think I said in the Froakie video, I think I said something very similar. Something along the lines of, dislike Greninja, completely overrated, some bullshit like that. Nah, he's moving up in the books. He's moving up for sure. This guy. Oh my god, this guy. I don't know why, but Decidueye easily is becoming one of my most favorite starter Pokemon. I prefer this form. I'm not a huge fan on the Legends Arceus form. But yeah, look, I'd probably say chuck him in second. This guy's probably, yeah, he's up there. He's up there for sure. We are still recording, right? Okay, cool. My OBS has a habit of just shutting off sometimes, so I just wanted to make sure. Next up, Incineroar. Now, I started off with this guy back on Sun and Moon the first time I played. He was pretty cool. I liked Litten and Torracat, I think it was called. Is that what it's called? Torracat? I like their designs. I think Incineroar would be so much better if it wasn't meant to be like a heal in some like wrestling sort of thing, and instead was just like a really cool tiger. If it was just a really cool tiger, that would be sick. I actually prefer Ember more than him. I'm gonna throw Incineroar here. I'm also getting a bit of a bad taste in my mouth from him being thrown into, like, similar to the Greninja type thing. I feel like they were both on Smash or something, right? I don't know if that's actually accurate, but yeah, Incineroar is definitely one of those where it's like he's becoming Nintendo's new favorite. I actually think that's why I'm starting to like Greninja a bit more, because they're not trying to ram him into every sort of promotion possible now. As for this, hold on, let's do this. So we got F, G, throw it in the trash. There we go. I think that's a fair place to put. Or I can't even spell Popplio. I think that's a fair place to put Primarina. I despise it I think I've said this before, I despise it that much. It's one of those Pokemon I genuinely pushed out of my memory. And I've just... I can't even... I don't even have words for it. But... no, no. No. That's how much I dislike it. Throwing that guy down there. But there you have it. There's my tier list for all of the starter Pokemon's final evolutions. What I will quickly do is, because this doesn't cover 7th and 8th gen, obviously, I'm going to let you know now. 7th gen... Sorry, no, it does cover 7th. 8th and 9th gen. So 8th, we've got Scorbunny. I think Scorbunny will probably throw in a B tier. That's probably fair. Inteleon, I'd probably throw C tier. And Grookey, Thwacky, Rillaboom, I would probably throw in C tier as well. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do for those. I love the new starters though. Skeledirge, I've put in A tier for sure. Meowscarada B tier. And the duck. I forget the duck's name. Not Primarina style. I didn't forget it like that. But the duck, I genuinely just always forget its name. Quaxley, Quacker, Duck, Quackington. Fuck him, whatever. The dancing duck, A tier as well. It's kind of weird that I rate him so high, but genuinely could not name him. Quacks. Quack. Fuck. I'm stumped. Anyway, that's my tier list, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. I didn't want to... I assume there's probably like a way to edit this and throw my own pictures on there too. But we're not gonna do that. I've already got this now. Probably make a template or some shit, right? Anyway, I'm gonna leave that there. I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.